Please pause for the moment of silence. Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Good morning, Bobcats. I'm Corbin Lindward.
And I'm Cole Rutland. Welcome back to Bobcat TV.
Today we have an update for sports,
as well as info for next year from Dr. Myers.
Stay tuned for these stories and more.
Bobcat TV starts now. If you ordered a senior sign, please come to the front lobby to pick it up on Monday or Tuesday during school.
With the COVID-19 pandemic beginning to pass, many people are wondering what next year will look like. Here's Danny and Dr. Myers with info.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? What's going on?
Hello, Bobcats. I'm Daniel Herrera, and today I'm here for my last interview with
Dr. Myers. Daniel, this is kind of sad.
Yeah, it feels like we've been talking, through the whole year. So my first question for you today is, this obviously has been a very long and tough year. So what are some lessons that the school has taken away as a result, and what is next year going to look like?
Well, I think those are great questions. Number one, for next year, it's my understanding that we're watching for district direction with regards to the protocols with COVID. We hope that we can return to a more sense of normalcy, where we will be able to offer the same kinds of events and activities that we've had in the past. So we've had to navigate through this very difficult year to do as much as we can, as closely as we can, in the ways that we have offered activities to our students in the past. So for next year, we hope to be operating at a more normal way of running Bobcat Nation. What we've learned is that certainly the use of technology can be a good thing, can help us with instruction, but also we've also learned about technology, what to do, what not to do. If online learning or remote learning is offered next year, I think it will probably look a little different.
That sounds good. And for any, returning juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, does the school have anything they have to look forward to?
Well, some of our teachers are beginning recruiting for Lynx Crew. So we have Bobcat Camp coming up, I believe, August the 12th. We also have Meet the Bobcats that's going to be back in place in August. So that's an opportunity for the community to come together and to celebrate, sponsored by the cheerleaders. And then certainly we'll get back to having our regular pep rallies and things that we've done in the past. And just return to those things that make us unique.
So it definitely sounds like there's a push for normalcy now next year. But one thing that has been talked about a lot this year are some of the budget cuts. Mm-hmm. A lot of programs have been cut as a result. So my question to you is, will we ever see some of these programs return when there's not so much of a budget cut? And what are the impacts of these budget cuts going to be next year?
That's another great question. Our hope is that as we work through the district's budget crisis, that some of the things that have been taken away can return eventually. As you know, schools are funded by the legislature, and so we are dependent upon what the appropriated money that they send us. And so we've had to make a few staffing reductions, and while we're working very hard to keep our programs in place, unfortunately, French and German we've had an impact with those two languages. But we're trying our very, very best to keep as much as possible moving forward so that students can continue to have access to what they've been used to. When we get back to a place where the budget looks a little bit better, certainly, hopefully, we can bring some of those things back.
And one more question. Does the school have any idea how long we'll be feeling these budget cuts?
It's just my perspective, Daniel. I would say probably next year and maybe the following year. Hopefully we can have some resolution after the next year.
Okay, it definitely sounds like the next few years are going to be a stark change for the school. Thank you so much for taking the time for the interview.
All right, well, Daniel, I want to say thank you all to Bobcat TV. You all have done a really good job of communicating to our students and staff, and it's been a pleasure working with you all, and I've enjoyed watching you all's growth throughout this past year, too.
Okay, thank you so much.
For those who enjoy classic rock, the Guitar Club will have a concert on May 14th at the school. Admission is free. There will also be a rock painting booth at the concert hosted by the Environmental Club.
Now, here's a sports update with Michael.
Thanks, guys. This past weekend, the girls and boys track team headed the state.
Oh,
Michaela Hayes ran the
know that guy.
100 and 200 meter dash. TJ Caldwell took second place in state in the 110 hurdles. Boys baseball defeated LD Bell, winning 2 out of 3 games. They'll be heading to Abilene this weekend for the next round. That's all I have for today. Now back to y'all in the studio.
Thanks, Michael. And here's Kenneth with the weather.
Good morning, Byron Nelson. My name is Kenneth Wynn, and this will be our weather forecast for the next 3 days. This week, it seems like we'll be experiencing some storms. Tuesday, with a high possibility of showers and thunderstorms, with a high of 62 and a low of 55. Wednesday will most likely be morning showers, with a high of 66 and a low of 54. And Thursday, we will likely be only experiencing cloudy days, with a high of 73 and a low of 54. And that's the weather, people. Have a great day, Bobcats.
Thanks, Kenneth. That's all we have for today. Thank you for watching this edition of Bobcat TV.
See you next time.
Have
Have
a
a great
great day,
day, Bobcats.